of consistency that he manages to have with his character, and also just the dedication that he's got for it. Now, on a fun note, I think we're going to be seeing the pit from Bloom.
Yeah, I saw at least the dark bit earlier
Yes.
against Spooky Little Man, the Sonic player from the Northeast. And it looks like Bloom is just wanting to, at least for, I wouldn't say lower end of the brackets, but it's 9th place. Going with these new characters, experiment with different areas just because you're that good, if we're honest. But let's see if Piplup can at least force out the Bayonetta or one of the other characters, because Piplup, as you said, a very good player, and you don't definitely want to sleep on this character in particular.
And there is going to be this level of matchup and experience. I mean, we do have some pits in the UK, but certainly none on the level of Bloom. In the meantime, of course, Piplup being one of the best, but we do have some incredibly good Greninjas across the UK. Of course, Lego Grand Finals, them being the sort of other one up there with Piplup. So we're going to see how Piplup is able to adjust to this sort of quite unorthodox character that we haven't really seen ever until the past month.
But for some reason, the results of Pit have been surprisingly good across Japan, and I guess maybe we'll see another one with the UK and the Bloom4Eva's Pit. But the down tilt and the up smash just barely not going to be enough. Pit's obviously, you know, relatively midweight character. You don't have that heavy weight to rely on, but what he does have is that mobility with those multiple jumps, kind of calling out different situations, different options. The dash attack just barely not going to do it. A relatively strong dash attack, all things considered, for its frame data.
You can just see now Piplup going for the down throw, trying to get the DI mix up. Does get the back air off of it, but doesn't get too much else. Bloom electing to just go super low there, and the up throw not quite going to kill just yet. The next one might though, but that burst option dash attack as a kill option is really, really scary.
It's something I think you desperately need it as a Pit player to have that kill option, because a lot of times you just have those multi-hit combos. You'll speak maybe as well in the future. Pit's down there because it's so weak. It does so good at dealing, or rather comboing into the up smash.
Yes.
Just because of how weak the spike itself is. Whether that was intended to be that way, we'll never know. But it works out well for Pit either way.
And we can just see Bloom keeping Piplup at the ledge, but just sort of Greninja really, really hard to keep at the ledge because of not only just the slipperiness and the really high ground speed, but also the really high jumps.
Oh yeah.
That keeping Greninja in the corner is such a tall order, even with these lingering hitboxes that Pit has.
When you're covering jump from ledge as Greninja, or rather for Greninja, you really need to call it out. It's not because, okay, maybe I'll just throw it here, maybe it'll land. Greninja goes so high, you need to know it's going to land and put it in the right exact spot. Okay, but we'll see the combo game right here, or rather neutral exchanges between the two. The drag down fair into the down smash, just barely not going to do it, possibly because of the mid-stage situation. But Pit's down smash, one of the fastest down smashes in the game. But what's that matter to the down tilt into the forward air?
Tried and true bread and butter for Greninja, and Piplup with a fragile lead here. And what a frame trap from Bloom. If you let the air dodge killed, and if you hadn't, the forward air would have sealed the deal anyway. Just insane awareness for a character that Bloom doesn't even play.
I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't with these conversions. We see, oh, we can see it. No, just barely not landing the spike. I think even if it did land, maybe we wouldn't have seen the kill. So here we go, the big combo game. No, actually too close to the ledge, going to not lead to a lot due to the DI out. But once again, the base option with a dash attack. I know you can sometimes get some conversions at low percent, but obviously it is known for that kill potential.
And a lovely tech there from Bloom, but the disadvantage keeps going on these drag down up airs. Greninja tried and true, such good damage output, but now Piplup stuck at the ledge against Bloom, trying to get the down air. Nothing's quite happening just yet. A lovely wait there on the air dodge, but doesn't get a conversion, and once again, Bloom.
Ooh, yep. Perhaps just a frame off actually landing the hitbox right there, or just barely missing the actual character itself, but still, you made the Bloom Pit work at least a little bit for the last stock scenario. We might see a character switch because of that, but that was looking relatively close, all things considered.
It was just, yeah, it felt so back and forth, and I think Piplup in particular had a couple of moments where they didn't quite believe in the conversion, didn't quite get the spacing or the timing down, and it just allowed Bloom to seal the deal, which is something, honestly, I find a little unorthodox from Piplup, because normally their conversions, and they're like those two pieces that are really vital to Greninja's kit, Piplup has got like down every single time.
Okay, we see right there the dash attack as well. You can't get a lot from these ledge situations. And I think a lot of it is just got to do with Bloom's positional awareness. Staying near the ledge a lot of the times, or staying in situations where the combo game from Greninja is really neutralized a little bit, because you can't do the drag downs when you're off stage, you can't do these different combo game scenarios, that kind of thing. So good awareness from at least Bloom, but I see both players knowing where to tech, where to throw out the right back airs. They're actually maybe trying to go for one themselves.
And yeah, once again, the down tilt into these forward airs is not quite working out in Piplup's favor. Bloom has been given a second, third lease on life. The up smash hitbox not working. That down B, it got buffed in a patch, and now it has next to no lag. And it's so good at just stopping any kind of like aggressive edge guard. You can just say, nope, get away, I'm back to ledge. You gotta fight me here.
You choose where you fight this character at the end of the day. Down tilt just barely not going to be safe. Very close to fit when they did that. And bad situation. No, actually going to grab ledge. Yeah, I think a lot of times people go for ledge grab, but it's kind of clear that they want to go off stage.
Yes.
Just one that quirks the ball to it. That's why we love the game so much, of course. But we see the grab. No, the ball throw does actually kill at ledge as Pit, so it's only up you want to look for. But you also want to look out for those back airs off stage, as you have a very small lead. Both Piplup able to avoid that forward air off the stage.
I've really got to commend Piplup for the fact that Bloom tried that frame trap again, where they went for the forward air and then into the smash attack, and it was really good that Piplup drifted away. Of course, Bloom just managing to even it up and then begin and ascend with a slight lead, but Piplup just doing it straight back. These two are scrapping right now, Whammy.
Yeah, I think Piplup's trying to get a little bit too saucy right there with the track down. Maybe could have just went for the simple bread and butter, maybe two off edge, but you got to go where you want to go for.
And here we go, we're going to see if Piplup can get much more going on. Again, we're seeing the whiffs on these combos where Piplup can just get so much more, and it's so hard to get a neutral win against Bloom in the first place.
Right.
So if you're not maxing out all of that potential, all of those opportunities, as infrequently as you're getting them, it just makes it so difficult.
And so once again, that down smash is doing so much work for Bloom at the moment. It covers so many options while also being so quick. You can do it off the fairs, off the down airs. But here we go, bad situation. You can see the drag down there. No, not able to connect it.
And we're just going to see if Piplup can get anything started here. Just about managing, and that trade is not what you want. Bloom4Eva with a pretty decent lead at the moment.
Yeah, 69%. Let's see if you can extend it any further as Bloom. But Piplup, you've got the dash attack. No, not able to land the forward air. Just barely off in terms of percent and height. Okay, the dragged out, rather the run back there, not able to control enough space, but down smash not going to do it.
Yeah, it feels like both times that Piplup has got their down tilt to up smash, Bloom has just been out the percent range. But that doesn't matter when you're landing those forward airs, and a very close last stock here in this game too.
Oh, we see once again, the down airs are doing so much work for Bloom. The knockback and the lack of it is allowing so many combo situations, but we're saying all this, Piplup is doing a really good job at pushing the advantage right now. Not able to land that back air, as you were talking about. That down be such a good option right now as a get off me option. Okay, the neutral air once again. Go and see if we can capitalize on it, but the down tilt once again doing dividends.
But Bloom just keeps it going and keeps it going. Just has these options ready and available. Piplup with the very quick down tilt once again, trying to avoid that frame trap. Piplup beginning to make his way back into this game. Just dashes back, trying to catch Bloom going for something silly, but Bloom holding a real patient, stoic disadvantage here, just making sure not to press any unnecessary buttons. And another roll in. I think I'm beginning to see a lot of rolls in, and the down tilt forward air doesn't quite KO though, Whammy.
I think you needed that very much bad. If you're Piplup, you went so low stage as well, able to make it back regardless. Not going for the grab, still going for the tech chase read. Rather the roll read, excuse me. Oh, they're just barely not coming out. And both these players look so nervous right now, but that will connect. And that is not going to do it once again.
Oh my goodness, just stellar DI there. The forward air maybe getting a little bit stale. Not pressing a button again, just allowing himself to get lifted by the hydro pumps. But we can see Piplup just trying to sniff out, and the back air sweet spot, and just so close to evening up the set count, and now you're staring down the barrel of a reverse 3-0.
If I was Piplup, I'd feel devastated from that. That forward air was so close to kill both of them actually, when you think about it, but you just gotta keep trucking on, keep doing your best when you can. Bloom is so good at keeping those leads and being clutch. We've seen it so many times, Bloom clutch against so many players, once again pulling out regardless of the character that Bloom is picking.
And I think Piplup is beginning to get a grasp on the fact that Bloom is rolling a lot, particularly in the ledge situations.
Yeah.
There are a lot of rolls in, and I feel like Piplup nearly had the timing on it, but wasn't quite managing to get any like hot conversions from it. So I really want to see Piplup sort of believe more in those reads and just have those conversions there, ready and waiting for those situations, because he's got the habit down. It's just he's not making the most of it.
And we saw a little bit as well in game 2. We saw a lot more full hops from Greninja specifically. It seems like that's doing a fair bit amount of work. Obviously, Pit takes a little bit of time to reach max height with those stubby little wings of his. But at the end of the day, you just control as much space as you can with Bloom and that Nair specifically. Back air once again landing, doing a little bit of work right now. Actually sending the opposite way a little bit like Palu's, but it sends a lot more horizontally what we're noticing compared to a character such as Palu. I know a lot of people do compare, you know, Pit's Nair to Palu's Nair. They act quite different in terms of what they do for each character's kit, and just Bloom just showing, I know how to use this move. Even if you don't think I can play this character, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the kind of wild thing about Bloom, is that you watch him play and he may not have like the really intricate setups down that some characters require, but he has like the basics and so much more just available for characters that you wouldn't even think that he would be able to just pick up and play. It just goes to show just the raw fundamentals that Bloom has. And I feel like Piplup is getting a little bit antsy, and that is something that is going to cost him dearly if it keeps up.
Yeah, we saw that with the up smash right there, getting stopped by the down B once again with the forward smash, getting punished with the forward smash of Bloom's own. And yeah, the down tilt's not being saved. We're noticing, honestly, I know Greninja's grab, not the greatest move. I don't think we've seen more than maybe 3 grabs land this whole set. And it's looking quite tricky in terms of how you get that hit, but regardless, we're going to try and do our best as Piplup. But Bloom knowing to extend the combos, where to extend the combos, and honestly knowing when to end. A lot of players do overextend quite easily.
Yes.
And I think that's what really separates a good player from a great player.
Oh, and a lovely second back air, just anticipating how low that Bloom was going to go with that down B, knowing that if he's going to recover, you've got to let go at some point, and having it there and ready. A lovely tech. I don't think I've ever seen Piplup miss a tech. Piplup is so good at hitting every tech in every situation. It's utterly bonkers to watch sometimes.
I think when you have a move that, you know, your P doesn't have a hitbox necessarily, you're going to be ready for that tech a lot more often, because you know you don't have a tool to defend yourself. There is no hitbox to allow you to defend yourself. But the back throw is going to lead to the arrow situation, not able to connect one. It's more of the threat of the arrow itself rather than landing it, right? Because it leads to situations such as these. An early situation at the ledge and the forward air. And this is looking like a really commanding game for Bloom at the moment. Let's see if he can make it back as Piplup.
Yeah, it does feel right now that this is the strongest lead that Bloom has had over the entire set. And it just feels like Bloom has like managed to tighten up the combo game, but I say that, so has Piplup. This is the longest conversion we have seen so far, and just using the lagless Nair to just get these conversions, and just more and more and more, and beautiful tech and a forward smash. Just say, get the hell away from me. Yeah, I am not dying up here.
I'm loving the options with the Nair that Piplup is using as a sort of weak combo extender, but so am I also loving that down tilt into up smash. Finally able to connect it. 75% though. You're going to need one of those big juicy Greninja combos. See if you can get started with that dash attack. No, not able to land the Nair.
Yeah, just about missed the timing on the neutral get up with the Nair. And so Bloom once again just managing to get out of dodge here. A back air going to send Piplup off stage, and we're at another ledge trap situation. Piplup just getting out the corner, but then choosing to go straight back into it. But here we go again. We're seeing these conversions, and another dropped conversion off of the up air. This is really, really just like, again, just a little sloppy from Piplup.
Yeah, you're definitely unorthodox. You don't see it too often, but this is what happens. At the end of the day, down throw into up air. That is a DI trap right there. If you DI out, you get killed by the fourth throw, you DI in, down throw up air. Horrible situation to be in, and that just goes to show Bloom knows what he's doing.
Bloom.
He's not sandbagging. He knows what he's doing with his character.
The fact that he's got that like DI